Hello viewers, today for repair I have this Marvin window fan, and the switch is having a hopefully obvious problem. It shorted out on me a while back, and turns out the cause of it was the fact that this wire had come loose and contacted something else inside the switch. So I'm going to go ahead and open up that switch and figure out what's going on in there. Okay, so the procedure to open this is fairly simple. We just got two common shaped screws there that I want to do. Hopefully I have a driver that's going to fit this. They're pretty small. Yep, this will work just fine. Oh, I might have to get some control over this focus here. Okay, that should be better. Shouldn't be doing that anymore. Alright, so let's see here. Take that off. Here we have the switch mechanism. When we undo this, this was my indicator not to run this fan. Get rid of that. Alright, so what happened is this is a flex point, obviously, for the wire, and it just broke off after time. It looks like this had a little bit less slack on this end, so there's probably even more stress on it. So let's go ahead and take this off here. Okay. Now I may have to, is this thing recording? Yeah, it is recording. Okay. I may have to get a new crimpy thing or whatever these are called. These aren't called crimps. Oh, I don't remember what these are called. But yeah, I'm fairly confident I gotta get another one of these. Let me see if I have any. Okay, so it turns out that I have 0 crimps, or whatever those things are called. So we're just gonna go ahead and do this without those because I don't think they are necessary anyways. Would be nice, but yeah, make do without it. So I think this wire is fairly thin. I imagine it's probably 18 or 20 AWG. So let's cut off the part that blew up on me. Okay. Alright. So what I want to do is just take this wire and put this on here. I don't know what this part is. I think this is maybe it's plastic. It's not. I don't think it's ceramic. I don't know. Anyways, irrelevant. I actually have, I think, 3 other window fans just like this. I should probably go around and check all of them to make sure that the switches aren't fraying like this one is, because I do use these things quite a bit. Fortunately, I was around when this one shorted out. I happened to be switching it on actually when it shorted out, so I was able to switch it off. But if that wasn't the case, that could have ended very differently. But anyways, that's not the case, so no reason to generate horror stories that don't exist. Yeah, this is not ideal, but I think because I don't have any crimps, it'll be just fine. And actually what I'm probably going to do is replace the other one here with this, replace this one here because it's also getting heavily flexed. Okay, that's not going to work at all. Yeah, that's not the way I want it to be. And you can see this is probably what happened is that wire came over here and it touched this contact. I'll show in the video frame, that would help. What happened is this second wire here came loose and probably touched this contact right here. As you can see, it's blackened. That's probably where it shorted out. But anyways, I'm going to fidget with this for a minute and see if I can come up with a better solution. Okay, I got this attached on a pretty acceptable manner. Let's get this in focus. Alright, perfect. So this is what I'm going to do on the other side here. This is not the best way to fix it. The best way to fix it would be to find more of these little, whatever these things are called, and put those on there. But since I don't have any and I really want to get this fixed, I am just going to do it this way. And I'm going to replace this one because you can see that it's actually getting kind of loose, or weak rather, and chances are if I was to sit here and move this back and forth enough times, it would probably just snap off as well. So, yeah, let's get a close-up on this. Look at how much that's kind of come off of there. As you can see, there's really not many strands. It looks like there's only 3 strands of wire left holding it on to there. So that's really kind of a dangerous situation there. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. And I'm going to do the same thing I did on the other one. I'm just going to screw it on without the crimp, just because I don't have any, and it's really not necessary in this case. And you want to make sure if you're doing it this way, none of the strands come loose, otherwise get shorts in the switch, and that's, you really don't want that. That's exactly what we're trying to fix here. Okay, so we have it. That's on there pretty good. It's not going to come off. This is kind of a crummy design on this switch to have nothing but, you know, the wire connecting there and it's flexing, and it's just not good. What I am going to try to do to help, oh, you can see the residue of the sparking going on in there. What I am going to try to do is I'm going to put the wire in doubled like this into the switch, because I don't want these joints to be flexing on a regular basis, and with the way this thing is set up, that's exactly what's going to happen. Or you know what, maybe a better way to do it would be to put a tape restraint on here which will fit securely into there. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I got some white tape here, and Let's see if I can figure out which way this goes on. This is going to sit in here like this. Or not. Do I have to put it in this one first, I guess? Oh, this may be an issue. This may actually pose for a major issue. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So now that this is in there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the tape and right around where that meets the joint there, I'm going to just wrap it with the electrical tape to create somewhat of a strain relief on this. So what's going to happen is when this sits in that little ditch there, the tape will hold it firmly in place, and the wires at the terminals will not be moving, which is what I'm going for here. Because what's going to happen is this same flaw is going to happen again. This is just apparently a design flaw in these fans, which I'm glad I discovered, because now I can go around and hopefully prevent that issue from happening in my other ones. Alright, let's see. I think that probably should be a reasonable size here. Try to fit this back in here. A little bit tighter fit because of the wire on the bottom there is having some issues getting in there. But what are you gonna do? It's just a little bit tighter than usual. Okay, so that's in place there. Strain relief is too low. How is that so typical? Alright, that'll work. Okay, so hopefully that will now prevent this, because what's going to happen is the wire will flex here and not inside there, which is what happened before and which is what caused the problem. So hopefully I can get this on. Oh, maybe that's why it was fitting in the wrong way, because it goes this way. Yeah, it sure fits in much easier that way. Derp-de-doo. Oh, good golly. Alright. Well, my modified part, I think, is a little bit too big. We'll see when I put this on. That's easy enough to make a little bit smaller. Well, actually, no. It may just... it's a little on the big side, but I think that may be better that way. So I think I'm going to just leave it as it is. It's tight, but, you know, you kind of need it to be to work, so... Alright. Put that on. Let's screw this back together here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Looks like, yeah, that's That's good. That was the result I was going for. So, all right, good. That should work well. All right, let's give this thing a try. All right, I'm going to plug it in now, and let's see if anything terrible happens. Oh, something blew on the ground. Hopefully that wasn't a screw. A little skeptical of using the switch here. It sounds like it needs some oil. So we got, I always found this thing kind of laughable. It says low speed, medium speed, and high speed. So this is low. This is medium, which is the same thing. And then this is high. So the switch is working good now. So that was a successful repair. And as I mentioned earlier, I think I mentioned this before, I'm going to have to go around and check all these fans that I have and make sure the switches are not suffering from the same problem that one is. So thank you for watching. If you have one of these fans, watch out for the switch, and that's how you fix it. Until next time, out.